I would like to say something about Antifa, because I looked it up. It's not a highly organized movement. It's a moniker. It's not a unified group like the Proud Boys are. And, and more importantly, they are not endorsed by elected leaders.
Wrong, wrong, wrong. Everything Joy Behar just said there is wrong, or at the very least, highly, highly misleading. This is what you would call plausible deniability. It's the media and the Democrats giving their foot soldiers some cover. Democrats have openly supported and offered cover to Antifa rioters, like when Kamala Harris retweeted a bail fund for rioters, and Joe Biden's staffers donated to it.
Oh, that was different.
Not to mention the time when Joe Biden himself defended Antifa as nothing more than an idea, providing them subterfuge just like The View is doing right now.
Antifa's an idea, not an organization.
Oh, you got it.
Not militia.
I'd like to say something about Antifa, because I looked it up.
She starts off by laughably saying that she searched Antifa and found out they don't exist. But if we search Antifa, you can quickly see that they do in fact exist. They are most definitely organized. They coordinate. They wear matching black bloc uniforms, and they are united under a flag.
That was what was saying to me, but I do want to push back a little bit on Antifa. I mean, FBI Director Christopher Wray called them an extremist group. He called them anarchists in congressional testimony.
But then that was organized.
I love how she's clinging on to this notion that they're not organized. By what measure? As I just showed you, and you can find many videos on your own, they are definitely organized. They coordinate. They have matching uniforms. And again, they're all under the so-called anti-fascist flag.
I agree. They're not
organized. No one has found Antifa. We've heard a lot about Antifa.
Unreal. Now, Whoopi and Joy Behar are trying to pretend this group doesn't exist, with Joy Behar shouting out there at the end, "Where are they?" Well, according to FBI Director Wray, Antifa demonstrators are targets of multiple probes, saying that anarchists and extremist Antifa demonstrators who engaged in recent violent protests are target of serious FBI investigations. How nice of him to call them demonstrators.
Antifa is not a highly organized movement, nor is it merely an idea. It's a loose organization.
But it's so odd that we have not. Well, where are they? Because, you know,
they show up everywhere. There's protests and rioting.
But no, they don't come on television.
Excuse me. What? You think they're not real because they don't come on television? Well, I have news for you, Whoopi. They do come on television in the form of CNN host Kamau Bell, who gave an interview to a self-titled communist Antifa member who brags about supposedly beating up Nazis, carries weapons that she shows off during the interview, and specifically threatens ICE officials.
Now we have to talk about the stuff you see on the news. And, you know, specifically, like, you've actually at times had to get out there and mix.
You know, just in case you run into a bunch of fascists being anybody that I disagree with politically, you know, because the president of the United States called half the country semi-fascist. That's nice of CNN to give justification for violence to any nut job who arbitrarily deems somebody they disagree with as a fascist.
There's no person you can point to and say, oh, that person represents Antifa.
You literally can, because they all wear the same uniform, share communist ideology, and march under the same flag.
Every time they see 4 black people, they think it's Antifa.
No, the fuck did you just say?
Are you freaking kidding me right now? Absolutely nobody thinks that Antifa are black people.
To be honest, it's actually largely white organization.
Well, that's what we said.
What the
I don't know who's doing what.
No shit.
I do know that if you had asked a number of people of color about Tucker Carlson, we could have told everyone what he really felt and that this wasn't an act.
Right.
This was who he was.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
All of this stems from a text message allegedly made by Tucker Carlson where he says supposedly racist things. And this, of course, outrages the totally not hateful View harpies, but as you have probably guessed, they are not being honest.
Yeah. So the Antifa people that he has so much vitriol for, he goes, I found myself rooting for the mob against the man, hoping they'd hit him harder, kill him. I really wanted them to hurt the kid. I could taste it. What What is wrong with him? Do you know anybody personally who's this hateful? I don't.
Are you shitting me right now? You literally just had Jane Fonda on your show about a month ago, and she called for the murder of pro-life politicians. Now on to this text message supposedly from Tucker Carlson. It's not what they're making it out to be. According to the New York Times, a text message sent by Tucker Carlson that set off a panic at the highest levels of Fox on the eve of its billion-dollar defamation trial showed its most popular host sharing his private, inflammatory views about violence and race. They make it sound as bad as possible, but if you scroll down a little bit more and actually read the text message, it sounds like this. A couple weeks ago, I was watching a video of people fighting on the street in Washington. A group of Trump guys surrounded an Antifa kid and started pounding the living shit out of him. It was 3 against 1. Jumping a guy like that is dishonorable, obviously. It's not how white men fight. Yet, I suddenly found myself rooting for the mob against the man, hoping they'd hit him harder, kill him. I really wanted to hurt the kid. I could taste it. Wow, that really sounds bad, but keep reading. Then, somewhere deep in my brain, an alarm went off. This isn't good for me. I'm becoming something I don't want to be. The Antifa creep is a human being. So in reality, this is Tucker Carlson talking about personal growth. And the white man comment means absolutely nothing. Imagine for 1 minute this is a black reporter talking about a video he saw about a group of black men beating up somebody and then said, this is not how black men fight. Absolutely nobody would say that's racist. All right, folks, I've taken about enough of that gaslighting as I can. So if you enjoyed it, please hit that like button, share and subscribe, and leave a comment to help out the algorithm. Thanks a lot. I'll see you all in the next one.